Welcome to Thái News. I'm Việt Cường. Today's headlines. East Sea issues, a hot topic for discussion at Shangri-La Dialogue 2014. Chairman of Thái Nguyên Provincial People's Committee works with Korean investor. Leaders giving gifts on International Children's Day. Tensions are soaring off the East Sea following a number of events regarding China's illegal placement of an oil rig in the exclusive economic of Vietnam. China continues to deploy more military vessels, police Coast Guard vessels, even reconnaissance planes into the waters of Vietnam to protect its illegal oil rig. Chinese ships and vessels have repeatedly used force to prevent it or even attack the law enforcement vessels and fishing boats of Vietnam. The provocative actions of China have faced fierce opposition and criticism at Shangri-La Dialogue 2014 in Singapore.
Shangri-La 2014 is one of the most important and prestigious forums in Asia. That started from the 30th of May to the 1st of June. It is participated by representatives and officials from many countries. The aim of the forum is to discuss and negotiate controversies and current happenings related to peace and security in the regions. Commencing the forum, Prime Minister of Japan, Abe reaffirmed the country is going to its best to support Asian nations in the revolutions to defend their maritime sovereignty against China. He stressed Japan is planning to expand its influence and take on a more important role in ensuring peace and security in Asia in particular and over the world in general. The firm statement from Japan received great appreciations from the other member countries. According, he stressed Japan is planning to expand its influence and take on a more important role in ensuring peace and security in Asia, in particular and over the world in general. The firm statement from Japan received great appreciations from the other member countries. According to analysts, this statement will have a positive impact on the current situations and it will be a solid momentum for countries involved in the dispute. Speaking at the forum, Minister of National Defense of America, Chuck Hagel, expressed his determination to strengthen its military forces and military deployment in Asia's Pacific regions. According to critics, recent actions from China not only alter the pivot policy of the USA, but they have also struck the alert to alarming situation, especially when peace and security of the regions is an intermediate threat. The speech given by American Minister of National Defense has reaffirmed the statement given by the President Obama. Previously, the USA will take appropriate actions against the provocative actions of China in the East Seas to ensure international security, maritime security, and promote justice. In addition, at the summit conference, Shangri-La Forum 13th, there were formal bilateral meetings between Vietnamese delegation headed by Minister of National Defense Phùng Quang Thanh with delegations of other countries. The meeting partners expressed their opposition against the peace-spoiling actions of China and appreciated Vietnam's measures to deal with the issue in a peaceful manner. Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs had an interview with the CNN in the Newsstream program claiming Vietnamese sovereignty over the Spratly and Parcel archipelagos and rejecting the misstatement of China. In response to the chaos happened in some regions some time ago, Vietnamese government has implemented measures to timely prevent commotion and set down confusions in those regions, said Mr. Phạm Quang Vinh. Companies and enterprises are now returning to their usual operations. Regarding the sinking of the Vietnamese fishing boat caused by China and the exclusive economic zones of Vietnam, the Deputy Minister reaffirmed that the actions of China has violated The international laws and cause serious damages to fishermen's lives, property, and their everyday living. Vietnamese request China to immediately cease the provocative actions, obey international law, and not to repeat the actions.
On May 29th, Mr. Dương Ngọc Long, chairman of Thái Nguyên Provincial People's Committee, had a working session with Mr. Kim Baek-soo, director of Geomin Company, Korea. He was accompanied with the representatives of the Management Board of Thái Nguyên Industrial Zones and related departments and agencies.
The chairman introduced the potential and strength of the socio-economic development of Thái Nguyên province in particular and the industrial zones, the promotion policy to attract investors. He also briefed them with the willingness of the province to support the sector. Projects that investors are interested in on a consistent basis with the local conditions and prescribed legal framework. Mr. Kim Baek-soo said after researching, his company hoped to invest a project, the construction of multi-story workshop for Korean businesses and office space for professionals working in Thái Nguyên, with over $100 billion total investment capital. It's the first investment project in Vietnam in this field, and it will attract about 50 Korean businesses in Vietnam to lease office and workshop after receiving its investment certificate. The chairman welcomed the good intentions of the investor and affirmed that Thái Nguyên province will continue to perform the tasks of ensuring security and order, create favorable conditions for the Geomin Company in particular and Korean enterprises in general to invest in Thái Nguyên.
On May 29th, Mr. Đặng Viết Thuần, Vice Chairman of Thái Nguyên Provincial People's Committee, visited the pilot model of HKT-99 hybrid rice in Tân Cương Commune, Thái Nguyên City. HKT-99 is an imported hybrid rice provided and initiated in Thái Nguyên Province by Bắc Giang Agricultural Engineering Materials Joint Stock Company. In Nam Thái Village, Tân Cương Commune, Thái Nguyên City, Thái Nguyên Agricultural Extension Station planted this rice in an area of about 2 hectares. Currently, the hybrid rice has flowered and diagnosed for harvest. Through surveys and initial assessments, HKT-99 has good pest resistance, strong ability of tilling, and provides actual yields from 2.5 to 2.8 kilograms per hectare. HKT-99 has been expanded in Bắc Giang Province because of its good rice quality and high economic value. The Vice Chairman of Thái Nguyên Provincial People's Committee asked the breeding center and the agricultural extension station of the city to assess the replicability in the area. The province is now thinking of trying the model for new varieties in order to provide productivity, economic efficiency, and expanded production capabilities in the area. The Vice Chairman said the crop variety is an important step in production. Therefore, it needs a breakthrough in the application of new varieties. Based on the evaluation results from the model, the Vice Chairman also asked the communal extension workers and agricultural extension station of the city to allot a field of the same crop variety in Thái Nguyên City. On the occasion of the International Children's Day, on the 29th of May, Thái Nguyên provincial leaders took time out to present gifts to their local children.
Mr. Nguyễn Văn Kim, Standing Deputy Secretary of Thái Nguyên Provincial Party Committee, awarded gifts to 30 orphans and newborn babies at Thái Nguyên Social Security Center. Visiting the children at Yên Lạc and Indo-Kaido Gardens in Phú Lương District on the International Children's Day, Mr. Dương Ngọc Long, Deputy Secretary of Thái Nguyên Provincial Party Committee, cum Chairman of Thái Nguyên Provincial People's Committee, presented as 500,000 Vietnam Dong gifts to 8 people who also received a 50 million Vietnam Dong toy sets from Thái Nguyên Social Security Center. The delegation, led by Mr. Trần Quốc Tỏ, Deputy Secretary of Thái Nguyên Provincial Party Committee, did the same gift giving to the children at An Khánh and Thiên Hội Nursery Gardens in Đại Từ District. Meanwhile, Mr. Vũ Hồng Bắc, Chairman of Thái Nguyên Provincial People's Council, presented outdoor playground equipment costing 50 million Vietnam Dong to the kids at Liên Minh and Tràng Xá Nursery Gardens in Võ Nhai District. In the same nature, Mr. Đặng Viết Thuần, Vice Chairman of Thái Nguyên Provincial People's Committee, went to Điểm Thụy and Nhã Lộc Commune, Phú Bình District. The Vice Chairman presented a teaching staff a gift worth 3 million Vietnam dong and a gift 500,000 Vietnam dong to children with difficult circumstances. On this occasion, Thái Nguyên Province paid a gift valued at 35 million Vietnam dong for children facing difficulties in life at local nursery gardens. This is practical activities tantamount to caring and attention from the party, state, and local authority for future generations.
Last May 29th, the delegation led by Mr. Dương Ngọc Long, chairman of Thái Nguyên Provincial People's Committee, visited and worked with Ban Garment Company located in Phú Lương District. He was accompanied by the provincial departments and agencies and the leaders of Phú Lương District.
In here, the delegation listens to the report of the company's leader on its production and business. In recent years, in spite of many difficulties, the company has guaranteed the job and income of over 600 workers with a salary from 2.5 to 4 million Vietnam dong per person per month. Currently, the company is actively seeking order and expanding production scale. However, the company is having difficulties in recruiting skilled laborers. Speaking at the meeting, the chairman mentions that the companies should have regulation and good care policy for employees to create a long-term commitment between employees and company. Besides, the company must also be equipped with good fire prevention facility, ensure the safety, hygiene, and food to contribute to the good work of social security in the province. On behalf of Thái Nguyên Province, he promised that the province, accompanied with the departments and agency and Phú Lương District, will create the favorable condition on production and business efficiency and will have to solve the problem of recruiting skilled laborers.
And that's all we have for today. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye.